Yeah, absolutely. And I can't think of a better way to differentiate yourself from the pool of graduates. And probably grads don't know this, but when you're applying for a job, like you're one in thousands of applicants. And it's just unrealistic for people to go through thousands of applications. So to the extent that you can and you can differentiate yourself, that's a huge plus. I think there was a Tim Ferriss podcast sort of about this and about networking and how do I approach people, but he sort of talks about it more from a entrepreneurial perspective. But I think the principles still apply. Like you have to be very careful about just cold, cold emailing, cold reaching out to people and saying, "Can I pick your brain?" Because folks are generally busy, and you have to be sort of conscious of their time and their calendars. I think you've got to sort of structure. They look for two things. One is, is this person legitimate? If I say yes, will they, actually take this seriously? Will they show up on time?
Mm.
Do they have a past sort of background, whether tertiary or work experience to validate their interest? So is this person legitimate? So that's sort of number one. And the second thing is, what is this person looking to get out of this? What do they mean by just pick my brain? Is it just you just want to have a coffee chat and get a referral out of me? Or do you genuinely have a specific question that you would like me to help you out with? So I think when actually structuring this, I can elaborate on this a little bit more, but when you are cold reaching out to people, be very clear on what it is you actually want to get out of it. I think you have to be sort of wary of people's times, and that's something to think about as well. So if you are looking for a referral, say, look, I want to learn more about the role, what some of the challenges are, and then if you're happy with this, can you refer me to someone? Or if you have a specific question, actually like let them know. I think just being efficient in this is the name of the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I absolutely agree with that, and I think that being genuine is so important. And I think too, like you were saying, being specific with the ask as well is something that I try and do when I'm asking people to come on the podcast as well, which is a good exercise for this kind of thing. Where leading with some kind of value or something that's going on with their life, and then maybe some context as to why you're reaching out to them, and then finishing with things that you specifically want to have the conversation about, I
Yeah.
think is really important. And even it just shows that you've gone to more effort to investigate them and what they're about and what they do and things like that. Because it's almost like if you put in low effort and they say yes, then like
Mhm.
they've almost agreed to, that's kind of the bar that they'll accept to speak to people. And so
Yeah.
people don't want to set that so low that they're going to say yes to anyone that's like, yeah, hey, can I speak to you? Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? They're going to set
Yeah.
it a bit higher. So like they only speak to people that are actually genuinely interested in what they're doing. So I think that's so important.
Yeah, absolutely. And you have to put, yourself in their shoes, right? Yeah. Well, when you've got sort of a tight sort of schedule, you want to make it impactful. And the best way to do that, just being clear on what your objectives are and what you want to get out of it.
Mm.
Yeah.